All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. My name is Princess. This is the food court. We are open for the day. I use any and all pronouns. I try to stream every day. Doesn't always happen. Today it worked out. Try to stream with friends. Doesn't always happen. Today it didn't, and that's okay. Because tomorrow the new Peak update comes out, and there's a bunch of lore stuff, and it's spooky, and I'm excited. Frankie and I will be streaming tomorrow evening. Watch. But for tonight, we're playing Letter Lost. But before Letter Lost, we're doing the Samaliach word of the day. Now, for those of you who don't know, and now that I'm starting my spiel, I'm realizing I have nothing set up. Whoops. For those of you who don't know, Samaliach is my native language. I was very blessed to be able to grow up learning it, and not only in my household, but through school as well. It was an elective I took in high school, so I feel very blessed to be able to be as knowledgeable as I am with what was once a dying language. I also fixed my lighting by turning off my big light. So today we are going to learn the word for what? What should we learn a word for? Do we have psychic? No, why would we? Do we have... Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I signed up for a giveaway. To get this adorable little salmon plushie. It's pronounced Hon. And I really hope I get it. I think it would be a good fit. I'll like prop it up back here every time. I'll like have its head up so you can kind of see its outline. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. What do you mean looking for a game to capture? Why do you do that to me every time? Anyway, I'm excited to play. It's been a really long time since I've been able to play Letter Lost. I feel like I've been doing so much work. Where am I? What time is it? Okay, I just started. What's the rules? Felchurch. The Felchurch packages get dealt with like normal, right? Where's the little book? Read book. Bitter end packages are sent via the toilet bathroom. Ew! Dream letter? Oh. Districts are often punished for reasons that don't concern you. When that is the case, give them the dignity of stamping their mail and then destroy it with as much malice as you can muster. Packages can be placed in the chute as normal. Okay. Well. Concerning. No other rules for packages, at least. I don't even know what day of the week it is right now. Handle with strength. Come on. What secrets am I working on? That Bartholomew guy? Bardicus? Is he gonna come back with his puzzles? Well, we didn't really need the wait, but we're gonna get it. Good morning. My roommate's friend came over and we just heard him pass by, and Squid was like, "Oh, person. You're okay, they're not coming in here. This is a safe space. Only 2 people come into this room that aren't me." I don't know that I recognize that silhouette. Is that a dog? A shambling figure emerges through the mist towards the window. When it draws closer, a strange furred face looks back at you. I was joking! Is that a dog? The animal, which is definitely a raccoon, okay, it's like a dog, makes a raspy warbling sound as it stares at you impatiently. Hello? The raccoon screeches once, and a small paw reaches out from the buttons in the middle of the coat. The paw gently places an object on the counter. Is it the acorn? It's an acorn. What do you want me to do with that? The raccoon with the hat barks once, and the one below it screeches in return. The two begin to have some sort of argument when suddenly they shift and let out a panicked squeak, working to regain their balance. The third raccoon's hand is revealed below them both, a little paw reaching up as it struggles to pass an envelope up to its partner above. Once the envelope is received by the middle raccoon, it is promptly shoved through the window slot. Sure, fine. A small voice suddenly chimes from the topmost raccoon. A voice? Thank you. You're welcome. The trench coat trembles with the sound of pleased chitters. All three faces are nodding eagerly as they smile at you with wide, toothy grins. The trench coat figure sways as it swivels on the spot, then waddles back to the mist. Okay. Who's the letter for? Okay, you can wait. Someone in Feldchurch. Okie dokie. It's just sort of an empty letter. Anyways, I'm gonna finish these before talking to that lady because she's mean. I don't think we get penalties for just leaving people there. We should. But I don't think we do. I wonder if I can go back to where Annabelle was. I don't think that was her name. I think that's the doll's name, and I've given her the doll's name. Bartimaeus. That's that guy. Okay. Oh, who's Barry? Man, it's never me. Yeah. Boink. 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 Alright. Easy. I don't know what these things say. Dr. Doolittle's post office? They can't see the lighthouse, and they don't know what danger they're in. Well, that's probably not about me. Oh, can I talk to you? I can. That kind of scared me. I didn't think I could. The little door in the ceiling opens silently at your touch. The opening is far too high and small for you to fit through, but the darkness beyond feels deeper than you would expect. As you crane your body to peer into the darkness, two eyes flash in the light of the post office. Apparently, as startled as you are by it, the creature emits a strangled gurgle before scurrying away. Its footsteps bound across the ceiling of the post office, disappearing into depths unknown. Okie dokie. Alright, my radio.
But nearly reaching a boiling point since their last match all those years ago. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out on top this evening. Weather permitting, of course. Still looking for the perfect weekend activity? After
Maybe
a
I
recent
am.
boating mishap, Island Head Boat Rentals and Drag Shallow Bay are running a special on all their bookings this upcoming weekend. All orders are 60% off, so call and reserve your spot today before reservations fill up. They also wanted to inform customers that after a thorough self-evaluation, you can be assured that all other boats in their fleet should be much more seaworthy and much less likely to sink.
Thank you, Bert. In other local news, Mayor Mondal is hosting a lengthy conference at Town Hall this evening to announce her brand new Sunny Day initiative. This conference will consist of an impressive 50-point presentation.
I don't remember
on her
hearing
plans
about
for
this
a brighter
before.
and sunnier Carnham Isle, followed by a brief town hall question and answer session. All questions must be submitted in advance and must be accompanied by their own presentation, with a minimum of 10 points of discussion. And finally, our residents in Doloth Hills had a bit of excitement last night. What started as an innocent backyard barbecue escalated to an emergency when all 16 attendants of the gathering were found to be standing together in the middle of the street with their arms raised into the sky. The residents were catatonic, chanting loudly enough to wake their neighbors, and their limbs were interlocked in strange and unnatural ways. Police were called to the scene, and over the next several hours, they attempted to interrupt the events taking place, but were unsuccessful. At 5:06 a.m., the chanting suddenly stopped, and the group collapsed to the ground, fast asleep. As of now, the affected residents remember nothing of the incident, but are reporting
Job application.
sore throats and other symptoms of the common
I don't want
cold
Shelley
from spending
again.
too much time
Thank you.
outside in the dead of night. A quick reminder to other residents, the outside temperatures can plummet to uncomfortable levels overnight, and we recommend wearing a jacket or warm clothing if any unknown forces cause you to remain outside longer than 15 minutes at a time. Be warm and be safe. That's all for today, Carnham. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and thank you for tuning into KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
Yeah, I heard. I'm going home. I'm preparing myself. The plant scared me for a second. We're okay. Thank you. Yeah. For insolence? What'd I do? I don't remember what I did. Maybe as violent as planned brutality. For the dutiful employee. Matilda Blythe remained a kind soul. Can I go here? Will you let me in? Am I fading? Sometimes it's really hard to tell. I think I'd have faded by now if I was fading. Okay. Is it down this toilet I have to? Well, we'll worry about that next time. Teeth. What about that guy? Can I talk to that guy yet? I like how this affects the speckles. Nothing. Okie dokie. Feel uncomfortable that I have to sleep also. Jesus! Okay. Ads are starting. Move me over. There we go. Hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a good day. Sorry, stream took a while to start. As soon as I started, some of my... It feels weird calling them my employees because I don't pay them. My team members. Some of my team members needed something right before I got on, so... The life of a festival director. But I had a really good day on... Oh, today's Monday. On Saturday, I fell into the water, and I had another frustrating thing happen in the Ren Fair group chat. Because it isn't just to me, this affects all of us. I wish it didn't. I wish there was a way for me to take on all the interaction with this guy, but I tried and I burnt myself out and I was MIA for a couple months. So, but things are moving along and I'm really excited. We almost have our site map fully done. All that's left is the market area. I'm really proud of what Thomasina has been able to achieve with the shit-ass things I gave her. I won't even call them graphics. And I am hoping things can go as smoothly as possible. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Excited to be rid of this guy. I'm excited to have the event. I'm excited to relax afterwards. It's gonna be great. I've got a wonderful team along with that person. So I know we'll be fine. Oh, but I had that frustrating thing happened, so I got on a call with my friends to vent about it. I try not to, at any point, but especially in my professional life, let my emotions dictate my actions. Doesn't always work. I'm not great at it. I'm still learning. But I'm trying. I felt my voice getting Kermitier and Kermitier, and I thought I'd try getting to his voice. I'm not quite there yet. And that's okay. Maybe when I'm on T, I'll get a little closer. But for now, it's game time. There we go. Yeah, I'm unclear on what our personal goals are right now. Bartimaeus needs to come by. I want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to that lady. She's scary and annoying. The worst types of people. That being said, I do hope some people find me scary and annoying. Especially that guy. But I had a wonderful chat with my friends who I'm also going to get to play. I'm also going to get to like hang out with as a group for the first time in months. So that's going to be really cool. It was nice to be able to just chat and vent about just sort of everything in my life. No, it ain't her. I'll talk to you. Here, just take this. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Hand delivering letters to the post office. What a profound waste of time. Okay. I'll put that away when I go over there. If I remember. I've been coming to terms with a lot of little things I realized I was letting myself be okay with. There was a point while we were out at the lake this weekend where my friends had gone swimming and I had stayed to try and eat a bit more because I hadn't eaten much that day. And your Volata, I put you up here. I hadn't eaten much, so it was R? It's R. So I wasn't, so I was trying to eat as much as possible, and then it was time for me to head over. Wait, what did that say? Penalty for touching? Corners may touch. Well, I don't have anything for drag shallow, so great news for me. Where'd Bartimaeus' package go? Huh. Anyways. Oh, but I went to the side of the water to try and see if I could go hang out with my friends, and they were pretty far out, and it's been a really long time since I've swam properly. Most of what I do is float with my little floaties, because this is a bummer, I had an eating disorder, so I was incredibly malnourished, and I didn't have any bones on my body to keep me afloat. Like, it was that bad. It wasn't like hospitalization bad, but it was affects my everyday life bad. And I'm recovering, and we're getting there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my muscles and my bones are a little bit weak. I haven't been recently because of conflict and busyness. But I have been going to the gym to try and get my strength back up because I miss being strong and I miss being able to do things. But I was still not confident enough to get out to where they were, and the spot where I was at that was closest to them didn't really have a good spot for me to just sit and stick my little toes in. So I went to a dock that was further away from them. So at that point, we're pretty far away from each other, and I go, well, they're probably not wanting to hang out with me. So I'll just find the most vegetation-filled spot so I can look at some fish. Because that's kind of all I do when I'm in water, is I look at fish. And if I am in standing water, I will sit as still as possible so that fish will come to me. So I sit at the dock, and they start moving towards me, and I go, well, they're probably just going back, so I should probably get ready to get back so they don't leave me behind. And then halfway, one of them yells, "Are we going to disturb the fish you're looking at if we come over?" And I went, "Oh, they're coming over? Why would they do that?" And I went, "No, I'm just looking." Because it doesn't matter. Fish are all the time. Until meeting these people, it was very rare for my friends to want to hang out with me or come near me. So, no, I'm busy. Leave me alone, I'm doing work. No, my work! Ah, my letters! I'm gonna have to pick all those up tomorrow. Man. And so they came over, and like, I was at like the side of the dock, at the corner. There was a whole other side that was like normal, and one of them decided to fucking backstroke directly in front of me. Did I get picked up? Oh, good. Oh, good. It's a big stack of letters. Okay. Anyway. Bitter End. How do I deal with packages for Bitter End? Is that the toilet one? Okay. Bell Church. And so as soon as they dropped, they went, "Ah, plants!" And I went, "Yes, I wasn't expecting you guys to come over." So I went to the spot with a lot of vegetation. They were like, "Why wouldn't we come over to you? You're our friend." Nodded. And went, "Oh, it's normal to want to hang out with your friends when you go to an area together." Hold on. Do you know what day it is? Honestly, I'm not sure anymore. That doesn't sound right. I'm pretty sure today was yesterday. Or is it tomorrow? Time feels so slippery lately, doesn't it? Reality has seemed a bit loose on the rules lately. I just need to make sure this letter will be delivered by next Tuesday. Well, it'll be delivered if it's not next Tuesday already. Why did I put that away? Hold on. While I was in there, I was messing with stuff over here really quickly. Church is normal. Whoops. Bitter End. Drag Shallow. Oh yeah, and then they said that, and it made me reconsider a lot of things. And then I got home, and I told my roommate about it, and she was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't they go over to hang out with you?" And I went, "Good question." Usually the answer is they're scared of me. Oh my god. Okay. Or they think I want to be alone, or they think I'm being miserable, or I don't know, any multitude of reasons that was normal to me until I met you guys. No one wants to hang out. They just want me to organize the thing. And I can be weird and alone and autistic by myself. Just for good measure. I don't know if that's necessary. My radio.
Up here. Everything looks pretty normal as far as I can tell.
Freddy!
Nothing too far out of the ordinary to report. The town always looks so peaceful from way up here. And it's quite a breathtaking sight. I mean, quite literally actually. I can't stand out there for more than 20 seconds at a time before the thick air up here near it chokes me out.
Well, please be careful, Uncle. Last time you had an emergency, it took us a few days to find the path up the mountain to get to you. Now, can you describe your view for the listeners? How is Carnum looking from all the way up there?
Thank you.
Honestly,
God.
I haven't seen it in weeks. The fog over you is too thick.
Oh, wait.
Plus, to talk to you right now, I had no proof the town is even still down there.
Gosh, that sounds terrifying.
Certainly is.
Well, what about the weather? Can you tell us anything about that?
I can see some darker cloud formations coming our way from the south that should make contact with the island sometime during the night. It looks like they're bringing a bit of lightning with them. so we can
I don't
expect the
care
weather to
about
pick
things
up a
being
little
wet.
bit as we get ready for bed. Something else to note. The fog over the town has been pulsating with different colors lately. Never seen anything like it. Last night was flashing red, but seems to have settled into a dull green color today. If I stare at it too long, my vision blurs and I start to get a bit drowsy. Almost fell over the railing this morning. Do you see any of that from down there?
Everything looks the same as always from down here, just the normal rain and fog. But I have been feeling more tired than usual lately.
Me too, but I just assumed it was the air pressure or something. Oh well, probably nothing to worry about, I'm sure.
This has been a look at the weather with Uncle Ryan. Uncle, talk to you next time.
You can come out and visit anytime. You know how to find me.
And now for today's top story. Last night, 2 unknown men used the roof access hatches inside of City Hall to find their way onto the roof of the building. Nearby residents were suddenly awoken by screams and shouts from atop the roof in the middle of the night, only to see that the 2 men had started a large fire. Fortunately, we live in a climate that is quite resistant to flame, which was quickly doused out by the rain, and no permanent damage was done to the building. As the fire sputtered out, both men made their way to the edge of the building, where one reportedly seized the opportunity and pushed the other over the side to his death. Authorities are not disclosing the name of the deceased man at this time, and the second man has still not been located. Eyewitness reports describe the second man in a long dark coat wearing a bowler hat. The only other descriptions we received of the man were of his smile that was a little too friendly, and his unblinking eyes that were a little too wide. If anyone has any information about this man, his whereabouts, or his strange appearance, please report them to the police immediately, and do not make any attempts to speak with him on your own. He is to be considered very dangerous, and regardless of what he says, he is not your friend. That's all for today, Carnum. We'll see you tomorrow morning, and thank you for tuning in to KRNM Radio, your
put him in
trusted
the other
source for
pile.
local news. Have a good
No.
night, and avoid sleeping with the lights on.
Avoid sleeping with the lights off? Is that what he said? Well. Okay, this is... Oh god, I'm really scared of the dark. My only solace is that there's so... many lights on in my room. Did you have such a nice dream? I'm coming.
Time for yet another of our lovely morning check-ins.
Hi, Liv.
Had enough of the mild torture yet, or are you ready for some more?
I know you're only messing with me because you like me.
Oh, is that why? That's certainly an interesting theory, if more than a bit delusional. At any rate, where do we begin today? Anything to chat about, or should we both go on with our days?
Sure, there's plenty to chat about.
What else is there to do in here, right? What do you want to know more about? The island, the townsfolk, the town itself?
The townsfolk.
Quite an eclectic array of oddballs and creeps, aren't they? What about them?
Why do some of the townsfolk seem so confused at times?
That's a great question, and one that I don't have all the answers to.
I didn't think so.
Some people seem lost, some confused, some just generally sleepy or forgetful. For others, that confusion develops into paranoia, obsessive tendencies, or even violent thoughts. I used to think the longer you stay here, the more people become like this, but even folks who just arrived can be quite disoriented. You know, it actually seems like a fairly reasonable reaction to waking up on a mysterious island, now that I say it out loud.
Yeah.
Either way, they're trapped on Karnam the same as us. I'm uncertain as to whether they're truly victims or just other parts of whatever this is, though. That's all you'll get out of me this time. I have to save some tidbits to bargain with at some point, I'm sure.
Until then.
Talk soon, Brooke.
First of all, radio time. Way all package.
name is Ernest Oatman, and thank you as always for choosing to start your day with KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. It's another beautiful day here on the island with lots to talk about, so let's get started.
Just a quick. It's truly as big as I can make it.
We have breaking news as an active
Much and
situation
more.
is continuing to develop in Westvale. A man named Hank Bergen has been lost and trapped inside his own home as the windows and doors have disappeared one by one. We go now to our reporter on the scene.
Thank you, Ernest. I'm Alice Lombardi with the KRNM street team here at the Berg Inn residence. Locals are demanding answers as the situation here grows stranger and stranger. Rescue workers were forced to retreat last night as a low-pitched hum began to emit from the home. Those who were unfortunate enough to be near the house when the humming began appear uninjured at the
Raised
moment,
25
but are now
thoughts.
exhibiting symptoms such as slurred speech, splitting headaches, and nosebleeds. To make matters worse, rescue workers arrived back on the scene this morning to find many of the nearby residents to be unresponsive on the ground outside of the home. They were still wearing sleeping attire, some still even wrapped in blankets or bathrobes, appearing to have walked over to collapse onto the ground sometime in the middle of the night. Even stranger, there are visible arms, corners of blankets, and other materials protruding from the outside of the home, as if they're being absorbed directly into its walls. Rescue workers have begun the daunting task of relocating the unconscious residents to safety, but many of them still remain unaccounted for, and rescue workers are unable to remain near the home for long periods of time before the humming sound begins to overwhelm them. As of now, we count about 60 unconscious residents in total, and authorities are reporting.
Nothing exciting today, just a couple letters to give you. Please don't shred them. I won't. That's a huge relief. Thank you.
Reporting that 15 still remain missing. We'll provide more updates as they come in. Back to you, Ernest.
That was Alice Lombardi reporting live for KRNM on the scene of the Bergen residence. And now, a brief word from one of our sponsors.
Are you struggling to stay asleep? Are you woken up at all hours of the night by flashing lights in the sky, whispers from the shadows, or the silhouette of a man standing at the edge of your bed? Rest Forever Sleep Aid is here to help.
Rest
Our
forever?
medication is the product of years of intense study and experimentation, guaranteed to increase the quality of your sleep.
How many times have you shipped this package? Hopefully not more than once. That's my hope as well, but I can't be sure. Oh well, maybe I'll see you again.
By 500% or your money back. Customers report feeling sleepy at all hours of the day, ready to close their eyes and rest any time,
Me
anywhere.
too.
Some even report sleeping so well they didn't wake up for multiple days in a row. All doctors should agree that Rest Forever Sleep Aid makes it literally impossible to lie awake at night and should be taken daily as part of your bedtime routine. The only sleep aid available in both pills and absolutely pain-free injections, Rest Forever Sleep Aid can be purchased over the counter at any local pharmacy. Side effects include hallucinations, mild starvation, dehydration, or generalized confusion. But you'll be too tired to experience any of those. Don't check with your doctor. Rest Forever Sleep Aid is for you. Rest Forever Sleep Aid. Go to sleep and stay asleep.
A thick blanket of fog has descended over a construction site
There
where
we go.
workers have been busy around the clock trying to repair damaged roads. The roads were damaged in last week's storms and have been a more difficult project than initial estimates suggested. One repair crew is still missing, possibly delinquent from work, and subsequently fired, but has been harassing the second repair crew with their ethereal voices and taunts. The project's completion is still estimated in 2 days, but the lack of visibility may cause setbacks. That's all for today, Carnan. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And thank you for tuning in to KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, we've still got a little while. Well, let's get some more done. Why is it sometimes they end early? I'm just doing these one at a time at the moment because I'm near the end of the day. Maybe it's just my mouse. There we are. Yeah. Yeah. I love not having my wages deducted. Drag shallow is returned to sender. Westvale is pneumatic tube. Drag shallow returned to sender. Westvale pneumatic tube. Drag returned to sender.
Good morning, Carnim. My name is Ernest Oatman, and thank you as always for choosing to start your day with KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. It's another beautiful day here on the island with lots to talk about, so let's get started.
Westvale's pneumatic
A series of seemingly random murders took place late last night, leaving families baffled and law enforcement at a loss for words. 6 families, each with no obvious connection to each other, all experienced a break-in over the course of the evening. For 5 of the families, the intruder used an axe to quietly murder a single member of their family while they were asleep in bed. Then, before leaving, he took the time to drape sheets and other linens over every mirror in the home. For the 6th family, while unharmed, they described a very strange encounter with this man.
Drag
instead.
shallow is
They
returned
tell
to
authorities that the man
sender.
visited each of their children one at a time, putting a hand delicately on their cheek as they slept. The children, thinking it was one of their parents, didn't react and went back to sleep. He then entered the parents' room, where he gently put another blanket over the couple as they slept, stopped by the kitchen to cook and eat a can of baked beans, and then left the
A
house,
can of
laughing loudly
baked
enough to wake the
beans?
whole family. Police say the murderer stole nothing from any of the houses he visited, aside from the beans, but are looking for any leads that the public may have.
That was rude.
Strange events continue to be taking place. What first started as a man trapped inside of a home turned into a neighborhood-wide emergency, and I'm being told it's getting even stranger today. On scene, our very own Alice Lombardi. Over to you, Alice.
Hi. This is Emma. I'm part of Alice's crew. Alice is unavailable at the moment.
Should we call back in a few minutes, or what do you think?
No, I don't think she'll be joining us. We got here at around 6 a.m., and while we were getting our equipment set up, the nearby residents started to gather around the Bergen house one at a time, and they just sort of all began, I guess you could call it dancing, but wildly, and their arms were just flailing everywhere and screaming so loud, and running in circles all around the house. This is truly the strangest thing I have ever seen.
And where did Alice go?
Just as we were prepping to hop on the air with you, Alice dropped her mic to the ground without saying a word, and she just ran off to join the other people dancing.
few police officers and rescue crew also ran in to join at the same exact time. I have no idea what's going on here, but Alice won't respond. Vince, another crewmate, he tried to grab her and pull her out, but she just screamed at him and scratched his face and bit him on the arm.
This is so much.
And then she just ran back to keep dancing.
Has anyone tried to stop the other people from dancing?
Only one other time, but similar results. A police officer tried to stop an old man who was sprinting toward the house, and the old man bit off the officer's nose.
Well, it sounds like these people just really want to be dancing. If they're not hurting anyone, why stop them?
Not hurting anyone? Ernest, did you hear what I said? A man got his nose bitten off. They're not responding to anyone calling their names. People are just running in suddenly without any provocation. No, there goes Vince now. He just ran in to join them. Blood is still all over his clothes. I don't think they have control. I don't know what to do.
All right, thank you, Emma. That's all for this story today. Now let's move on to something a little more lighthearted. The Restful Graves Cemetery is asking for volunteers this weekend to help clean up the western branch of their property. Last week's flooding destroyed much of the terrain, and now that the water has fully receded, the cemetery owners have been able to assess the damage and formulate a plan for their restoration efforts. They estimate about 80% of the burial sites were disrupted by the flood and have called upon the community to gather on Saturday and Sunday to help. Volunteers will be assigned a row of graves and work together to identify the remains that fell out of the caskets and restore them to their proper graves. The cleanup begins at dawn on both Saturday and Sunday. Come in appropriate clothing to perform physical labor, but also ensure that it's clothing you don't mind burning once your work is done. And with that, it's time for a sports update from Bert Hannigan.
Thanks, Ernest. Doloth High is in mourning today after the tragic loss of their cross-country swim team. They were in the middle of their usual weekly practice at the lake when their coaches say an extremely localized series of weather events caught them by surprise. Rough waters, fog, lightning, and heavy winds all descended upon the lake before the swimmers were able to retreat to safety, and they were nowhere to be found once the weather was clear enough to return. This marks the 5th sports team that Doloth High has lost in the span of a year, continuing the suspicion that a curse was placed upon their sports
How
department.
much money do I have? I have 2,000. Tome of telekinesis? Seeing skulls in the shelves, purchase the sleep mask. A blade capable of cutting so cleanly the letter does not even know it's being cut, nor the package know it's being opened. Increase stamp speed to move across the desk faster. Letters now move from the stack to the center of the desk. I think I'd really enjoy that. This one. And we are going to wait until tomorrow to get that.
It is important to note that there is no lake on Carnum Isle. Do not believe anyone who tells you that there is a lake on Carnum Isle. If you come across a lake on Carnum Isle, we ask you to leave the area immediately and seek shelter in your home.
That's all for today, Carnan. We'll see you tomorrow morning. And thank you for tuning into KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
Now we're at the one at a time part. Yep. I'm coming. Yeah. Rude. Mm-hmm. Okay. Womp.
Good morning, Carnum.
Oh,
My name is Ernest Oatman. And thank you, as always, for choosing to start your day with KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. It's another beautiful day here on the island with lots to talk about, so...
Sour
let's get
grapes?
started. Repairs on a road damaged by last week's flood were completed overnight, but the situation is not without its share of head-scratching details. As a reminder, the first crew dispatched to the site mysteriously disappeared upon arrival, then began to disrupt the work of the second crew by calling out to them from within the fog. Repairs continued slowly as another thicker layer of fog covered the entire worksite for multiple days, but fortunately the weather cleared this morning enough to give us a good look at the completed work. What was once a fairly unremarkable road connecting to Drag Shallow Bay now contains entire neighborhoods, stores, and even a brand new school that was not here before. The Carnum construction workers have really outdone themselves this time, though, notably, none of them are anywhere to be found. And to all our new neighbors, if you're listening, welcome to Carnum Isle. We know you'll love it here.
This is Connie Salahari Blake here at Drag Shallow Docks, and I spent last night at Carnum's famous Midnight Marathon. Runners from all over the island gathered to challenge their running skills and test their...
Turn my radio off while I'm gone.
many of the neighborhoods and ending several hours later right back where they started. This year's race had
This is
record-breaking
beautiful.
attendance,
This
but
is the
also
most gorgeous thing I've ever
record-breaking
seen.
reports of abnormal encounters along the way. Early in the race, many contestants reported an overwhelming sense of unease as they ran, some even descending into a state of panic and dropping out as early as 15 minutes into the event. As the race continued, many of the remaining contestants claimed they saw a single pair of bright red
Unless
eyes
for bitter end,
staring at them through the
stamped
fog,
and burnt.
observing them. We managed to catch a few glimpses as we traveled around covering the event, but were unable to see what manner of creatures the eyes belonged to. As the race continued, contestants began to drop one by one, some due to exhaustion, some due to falling asleep while running, but many due to very painful irritations within their own eyes. Anyone who stared directly into the shining pair of red eyes began to exhibit symptoms of what was later identified as acute conjunctivitis. They experienced burning sensations, itchiness, and the worst cases became unable to open their eyes over the course of the evening. Race officials ended the race early when the final contestant gave up, unable to see well enough to continue running. This is the first time in the history of the marathon that nobody was able to finish, and no prizes were awarded. Better luck next year, runners. And now, a brief word from today's sponsor.
13 Pastries has been Carnum's #1 choice for small batch bakery needs for over 50 years. But as many of our regulars know, our business is limited by a multi-generational curse that was unfairly placed upon us. We can only bake 13 products per day, the 13th of which is accompanied by various mishaps and misfortunes. And this severely restricts our ability to grow the business. We are seeking an additional team member who is skilled in the removal of ancient curses or hexes, and also a classically trained pastry chef to help expand our production capabilities. Submissions will be open for 13 business days, and we are open to compromise on the terms of the curse as long as the limit of baked goods is able to be increased. Make the side effects of the 13th product worth, if you must, but we want to be able to serve a larger portion of Carnum's community, and we need your help to do it. As a bonus, a pay rate increase will be given to anyone skilled in counter curses, protective charms, and beignets. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Our final story for the day is hopefully a conclusion to the events surrounding the Bergen residence in Westvale. Hank Bergen had been trapped inside for days before neighbors began reporting an intense droning hum emitting from the home. Nearby residents began to exhibit odd behaviors, such as sleeping on the ground outside overnight, and dancing wildly outside the home for an entire day. The dancers later collapsed from exhaustion, but rescue crews were forced to retreat further away from the home as the humming sound intensified. When returning to the home this morning, they were startled to find that the humming sound had ended and the entire site was completely emptied of people. There was no one to be seen, and the outside of the home had seemingly changed overnight. All of the windows and doors returned, and the structure was now larger, and it had grown a third floor, a beautiful balcony overlooking the yard below. Though Hank Bergen has not reappeared, we hope that the next owners of the property are able to enjoy the new added square footage and amenities that the residence now contains. Surely the added property value was worth a bit of confusion over a few days. And that's all for this week, Carnan. Enjoy your Sunday off, and be sure to tune in next week to KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
I don't like how you said that to me. You don't get to put me in here. I put me in here. Okay. Just going to quickly... Oh, no, it might be best on this one. Check. I'm working so hard. I had no room on my shit-ass one. But let you know what they were in DMs. Okay. So sorry. I'm back. Great. Like I'm missing things. Oh, right, end of the week. I immediately forgot. You hear nothing but heavy breathing on the end of the line. Oh? What does that mean? Undelivered packages? What are you talking about? What was that noise? I need anything else down there, and I can go back if I need it. Escape the dungeon and answer the phone within 30 seconds.
Another week has already come and gone. You know, at this point, I was really losing the thread stuck in that post office. How's your sanity doing, rookie?
Define sanity.
No, I don't think I will. It's more of a you'll know it when you don't have it kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, keep up the good work.
Will do. Mail for Drag Shallow is Pneumatic Tube and Felchurch. My guy.
New employee at the beautiful Westvale Post Office's tenure begins today.
That's me.
Congratulations if you're listening, Postmaster.
Thank you.
We salute you and thank you for your hard work and dedication.
Thank you.
Carnum's two major industries have always been fish and mail. You're carrying a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and we're all rooting for you. I don't seem to recall whoever was employed there before, but whoever you are, if you're still out there and listening, thank you for all of your service over however long it was you were working at the post office. Best of luck on your next journey.
Dramatic tube.
Now, on to the local news. Residents can expect delays over the coming weeks as a major road connecting Drag Shallow Bay has been swept away by a storm late Saturday evening. Within an hour of the disaster, Mayor Manika Mandal promptly dispatched an emergency crew to assess the damage and begin reconstruction, yet again proving her aptitude for her position. The emergency crew quickly located the
No,
damage,
thank you.
but unfortunately have not been heard from since. A second emergency crew was dispatched to continue repairing the road, but the work will progress slowly. They report hearing the screams and cries for help from the previous crew emerging from the fog at all hours of the night, disrupting their flow of work. All island residents should remember that road maintenance is incredibly important work, especially after a natural disaster. Please, do your best to avoid disrupting this work, even if you're helplessly lost within the fog or caught somewhere between space and time itself. If you're traveling on this road, please follow signs for detours in the meanwhile. A man in Westvale named Hank Bergen has reportedly been lost inside of his own home for nearly a week now. Local authorities have been monitoring the situation, trying to find a way to free him, but cannot locate a way inside. Reports from the scene allege that all of the doors to the house have inexplicably vanished, along with all of the windows on the first floor. Police have noted there are still visible windows on the second floor of the Bergen residence, but they are slowly vanishing as well, and Mr. Bergen has not yet been able to find his way upstairs. And now, let's pop over to the sports and recreation news with Bert Hannigan. Bert, are you there?
I'm here, thank you, Ernest. Look out, baseball fans, it's that time of the year again. The Little League season starts this evening with the Drag Shallow Jellyfish versus the Westvale Wonders. 15-year-old superstar pitcher for the Wonders, Benny McGillicuddy, known by his fans as McGillatine, hopes to unveil his new secret fastball this evening, claiming it can reach speeds of nearly 60 miles per hour. These two teams are squaring off at 6:15 p.m. this evening, but as a reminder to our audience, every outdoor sports match in recent memory on Carnum Isle has been tragically cancelled due to inclement weather, so plan accordingly. The rivalry between the Jellies and Wonders has only grown
That makes it
stronger
a whole
over
lot
time,
easier.
however nearly reaching a boiling point since their last match all those years ago. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out on top this evening. Weather permitting, of course. Still looking for the perfect weekend activity? After a recent boating mishap, Island Head Boat Rentals and Drag Shallow Bay are running a special on all their bookings this upcoming weekend. All orders are 60% off, so call and reserve your spot today before reservations fill up. They also wanted to inform customers that after a thorough self-evaluation, you
Fine,
can be
I'll
assured
talk
that
to
all
her.
the boats in their fleet should be
Out of the mist, a scraggled mess of a woman moves towards the window. Okay. After several painful moments, where the only sounds are the creaks of bones and the patter of rain, her face becomes clear. Hello, little weed sprout. I am Kate Branch. Now listen, I've got a very important job for you. I'm doing my job now, so unless you need something mailed, I can't help you. I just need you to open every package you get and see if any of them have my family heirloom. I'm worried some vagabond might try to take it, as the place it's addressed to is no longer in my possession. Mail fraud's probably not great, but if you're looking for your own heirloom, fine, I'll look at a couple packages. And I'm most grateful for such boldness and generosity. The heirloom is a silver necklace with a mossy green stone at its core. Some small silver filigree encircles the stone holding its place. Not to worry, my little scrunchling. I'll be back on the morrow, and the morrow after that, and the morrow after that. Ta!
Much more seaworthy.
Hey, buddy.
And much less.
The silhouette warns you of who you're about to encounter, so it's no surprise when, again, the shadow darts to the left, out of sight. The moon wanes. The neap tide beckons. Oh, no, that's him. The moon wanes. The neap tide beckons you forth. That's not his voice. I don't like that. The gentle sound of waves lap against the hull of your ship as you lumber towards a distant destination. Your mind races for a moment. Where are you going? How did you get here? Is it just a momentary lapse in concentration? Or were you brought here for a bleaker purpose? Time for more riddles? The sound of groaning wood fills the air as your ship lurches to a sudden halt. You wipe the wet sea air from your eyes as you stare in disbelief. Large silhouettes of land masses dotted the horizon. Yeah, I did give that info to you. Begin to circle around you, as if preemptively moving to cut you off. Suddenly, the deck beneath you feels unsteady. Your stance widens to remain upright and maintain your balance. It is not your surroundings that are moving in a circle, but the ship under your very feet. For you are caught within the spinning maelstrom of the Riddle Mole. First riddle, please. Have patience, my cornered little prey thing. Drowning is not a death you should be so eager to experience. It must be experienced over time, with you aware of its impending end amidst the entire experience. This time, answer too many questions incorrectly and you will be drowned on the spot. Metaphorically, of course. We will symbolically create this experience by drowning you in mail. I have spent years collecting pieces of mail for this very occasion, and will flood this office if I must. What a strange threat. Silence! Your protestations have no power here. Only correct answers may save you. First riddle! What has 13 hearts but no other organ? Deck of cards? Correct! The deck beneath your feet shudders in the crushing grip of the maelstrom's edge. The outermost parts of your vessel begin to crack, showering in air with thousands of wood splinters that cling to your clothing. Lightning streaks across the night sky, and you get your first glimpse of the maw. At the center of the maelstrom, it is watching your every move, waiting for you to make your final wrong step and be consumed forever. Next riddle, please. So eager for the sweet release of death we are. Unfortunately, you are an insignificant little gnat compared to the awesome power of the dreaded mole. Try as you might, your only choice is to weather the storm and carry onward. Second riddle. Forward I am heavy, backward I am not. What am I? Forward I am heavy, backward I am not. A ton? And backward I am not. Stupid. Correct! The air reverberates with a soundless thunder as you feel your ship drawing closer towards the slopping descent of this maelstrom. The deck beneath you tilts forward and back, teetering on a knife's edge above the wine-dark sea as you circle around. Faster and faster you spin, and the bow of your ship locks in place to face the visage of death that awaits below. One final crack, and the soundless thunder assaults your senses, and you watch in horror as the mole opens its large jaw in anticipation. This is it. You know any moment you'll crest over the edge and skid down into the swirling, churning abyss. Wine-dark sea? It is not well known to your kind, but it is believed that the epic poems of the Iliad and the Odyssey were inspired by Homer's harrowing encounters with a vicious mole while at sea. He came upon a mighty shipwreck, the water stained with the blood of the sea mole's victims. The mole eventually took Homer's life, and struck all mention of moles from the Greek mythos. Third riddle! Those who make it have no need of it. Those who buy it have no use for it. Those who use it can neither see nor feel it. What is it? Those who make it have no need of it. I think this is a coffin. Those who buy it have no use for it. Those who use it can neither see nor feel it because they're dead. Correct! An unseen force yanks at your ship and you careen forward, down, down, down into the abyss. Water lashes at you as you grasp at everything around you in a futile attempt to remain upright. Your ship splits in two as a giant claw passes through the middle of your deck and you're thrown in the air. You take one final gulp of breath before you crash into the water with a force so powerful you nearly fall unconscious. I swim to safety. The last vestiges of consciousness leave you as you are drawn into the glowing maw at the center of the maelstrom. Darkness overtakes you as you drift lifelessly down into the abyss. But suddenly you feel warmth, air, light, a barrage of confusing sensations. You cough up a lungful of water to sit upright to find yourself washed ashore. You are alive, but only for as long as this monstrosity that hunts you deems you worthy prey. So I won? You were allowed to survive for some purpose you can never understand. The wants and desires of this creature are beyond the comprehension of your feeble prey-like mind. The mole will return someday. It could be tomorrow, it could be never. It may have already returned for all you know. The only thing you know for certain is that you are being hunted. You can never let down your guard again. Until we meet again, pray. Okay.
That's likely to sink.
Hey, dude. I forgot to read that part. Hello, my friend. I believe there's a package for me. The name is Bartimaeus Carver. Much appreciated.
Thank you,
Yo, home
Bert.
dog. Many thanks. No problem. Have a good day. You as well, friend. You as well.
In other local news, Mayor Mondal is hosting a lengthy conference at Town Hall this evening to announce her brand new Sunny Day initiative. This conference will consist of an impressive 50-point presentation on her plans for a brighter and sunnier Carnham Isle, followed by a brief Town Hall question and answer session. All questions must be submitted in advance and must be accompanied by their own presentation, with a minimum
That's
of
cute.
10 points of discussion.
Dragshire
And
is
finally,
nomadic
our
too.
residents in Doloff Hills had a bit of excitement last night. What started as an innocent backyard barbecue escalated to an emergency when all 16 attendants of the gathering were found to be standing together in the middle of the street with their arms raised into the sky. The residents
on.
were catatonic, chanting loudly enough to wake their neighbors, and their limbs
As you crane your body to peer into the darkness, two eyes flash.
were
It gurgles
interlocked
at
in
you.
strange and unnatural
Sorry, I wanted
ways.
to continue that before I forgot. Sorry about this. I've been putting off sending these letters for some time now. Do I get a bulk discount or anything? How do I get rid of that? Thank you. No. Oh, fine then. Forget I asked. Thanks.
Police were called to the scene, and over the next several hours, they attempted to interrupt
Oh,
the
no
events
kidding,
taking
that's a
place,
lot.
but were unsuccessful. At 5:06 a.m., the chanting suddenly stopped, and the group collapsed to the ground, fast asleep. As of now, the affected residents remember nothing of the incident, but are reporting sore throats and other symptoms of the common cold from spending too much time outside in the dead of night. A quick reminder to other residents, the outside temperatures can plummet to uncomfortable levels overnight, and we recommend wearing a jacket or warm clothing if any unknown forces cause you to remain outside longer than 15 minutes at a time. Be warm and be safe. That's all for...
Oh, it's ad time! It's ad time. Hello, everyone. Welcome to ad time. Going to quickly check my phone. Oh, interesting. Hey, noticing Fuck. Me. I hate my tablet. Noticing the maps got posted unfinished. Please repost once we have a fixed market map. Edit. Where's the @ sign? Will a mustache. Oh nope, I don't do this because we're in ads. Sorry, I started doing work. Why would you number things and then not put numbers down? What? The issue I'm facing right now is that the map that was made is missing the last 3 items. So no one knows where the info booth is, the waste management booth, or the first aid. And nearly over 50 people have already seen it and people are reposting it. So that's frustrating. Fixable, but still frustrating. Head back into it. There's a fever in his eyes. His gestures are sharp and his movement is frenetic. Good morning, new steward of letters. I, Albert Wick, have returned to records. No thanks, I'll stick with radio. Goodbye. Let not the rain batter your will.
All for today, Carnum. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye.
And thank you for tuning into KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
I know. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I've got this like one last day in me before I should go get ready for my meeting in an hour and a half. Something's gonna happen with these things. I know. A quiet, raspy voice drifts through the door. The strange bug-eyed creature awaits in the dark of the ceiling. Here, come please. Who are you? No must be scared. Merkel is friend. Merkel. Do you live in the walls? Merkel is helper. Merkel keep things tidy. Have you been bringing me my coffee? Merkel does good work. Merkel make office clean. Merkel carry truth. How long have you been here? Merkel always here. Are you trapped? Merkel must go. Goodbye, goodbye. Okay, Merkel. Drag shallow is returned to sender. Oh!
Morning, Carnum.
Huh?
My name is Ernest Oakman, and thank you as always for choosing to start.
Hey there. Just calling to see how you're adjusting to all the changes happening around here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd hate to see you get distracted with all the fun new surprises around the office.
Do you know Merkel?
Well, yeah. What, did you think your coffee was pouring itself?
Well,
Look, Merkel is harmless. Just focus on your work, okay?
but
Start your day with KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. It's another beautiful day here on the island with lots to talk about, so let's get started. Many of Carnim's citizens started the day with a bit of a shock when we received a notice for jury duty in the mail this morning. It appears there was a clerical error by the Carnim Isle Jury Commission, and every citizen on the island was sent a jury summons erroneously. The courthouse issued a statement apologizing for the mix-up and clarified that as part of the usual rotation,
One
only
moment.
households with addresses ending in zeros,
Is it her?
ones,
No. Okay, good.
fives, and sixes should regard the summons, and each household...
Salutations, good citizen. I need these sent out immediately. They'll go out with today's meal, urgent or not. I'm coordinating a surprise party for my wife's birthday. That's quite sweet. 27 years together in some number of days. I don't actually know her birthday, so I really have to make it special. Oh, and one more. I forgot to invite their sister. They're twins. That would have been a double disaster. Thank you.
should only send one candidate to the dates they are assigned. Construction on the stretch of roads damaged by last week's storms is still ongoing, and officials expect to wrap up the work by the end of the week. The workers are still reporting that they do hear the voices of the missing construction crew emitting from the fog, but they no longer hear them calling for help. Instead, they say that they're hearing much more soothing sounds calling out to them. Eyewitnesses report
I'm
hearing
heavy.
gentle voices, humming lullabies, encouraging workers to rest.
Hazel.
Relax, to sleep.
Oh,
Join
to
us,
sleep?
they say. The fog is so soothing. Why stay out when it's dirty? Toil away in the rain. Rest instead. We want to discourage
So much
any
return to
construction workers
sender.
or citizens in the area from following or listening to these voices, and we consider them extremely dangerous. Their suggestions are to be disregarded and ignored with no exceptions. And I'm being told that all missing workers, who are now encouraging their colleagues to misbehave, are officially relieved of their jobs. Time to head on over to Bert Hannigan, who has some of the news of other events and activities from around the island. What do you have for us, Bert?
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot these letters. Are these your letters? No, but I can send them for you. Strange. Something was telling me to give these to you. Well, I'm already here now, so might as well leave some things with you. Here they are.
Thank you, Honest.
I forgot about all this.
Hall in downtown Wisville erupted into chaos
Giving
yesterday
yourself a
evening
paper
when
cut?
all 51 participants won round 6 of the event simultaneously.
What?
Fights broke out in the resulting confusion that left 6 residents wounded and 1 in critical condition. We asked the organizer, Ronald Atwater, for a response, who claimed it was an unprecedented event. In 15 years of running the Carnum Bingo League, he'd never seen anything like this. The league will resume its normal schedule next week, but has hired extra security to help run future events. Organizers of a new walking club in Doloth Hills plan to have their inaugural meetup tomorrow morning and are inviting any and all walkers at any skill level to join them. They're meeting on the north side of the lake near the benches and plan to do 1 full lap around the lake starting at 6:15 a.m. every day of the week. Walkers can expect the walk to last around 50 to 60 minutes and are encouraged to continue onward with a second lap if they like. Notably, there is no lake on Carnum Isle, and there never has been. Regardless, we wish them the best of luck with their new club, and we encourage everyone to join in on the fun if you're looking for a nice morning activity.
Thank you, Bert. In other news, it is with a heavy heart that Carnum Isle said a fond farewell to Winston Blythe this morning at the Restful Graves Cemetery. Winston was a beloved pillar of the Carnum community as a philanthropist, altruist, conservationist, artist, philocalist, populist, and bicyclist.
Philocalist?
He is survived by his wife Matilda, who is a very strong woman and showed no emotion whatsoever at the funeral services. I tried to find a moment to speak with her after the burial, but she seemed preoccupied by chatting with Dr. Praveen Payne. Matilda, if you're listening, we're holding you in our thoughts. The Carnum Public Library has issued an official call for help, claiming that its shelves are nearly emptied of any and all reading material. Head librarian Millard Stickles had a press conference earlier yesterday, speaking to the issues.
Out of the mist, a scraggled mess of a woman moves towards the window. Greetings. Have you found my idol, little sport? No, please leave. Fine, grumpy little lostling. I'll see you tomorrow.
Choose the library is currently facing. Mr. Stickles and his staff, dressed in their traditional dark robes, stood under the famous Gothic arches of the library to speak, opting to avoid the sun and instead stand in the shadows to deliver their message. Their faces were obscured by their thick hoods as they painted a grim picture of their predicament. We listen now to a clip of their press conference.
There's an epidemic in this city. An epidemic of overdue library books.
Inclement weather causes delay in mail delivery.
To cure.
Not my problem.
Thank you, Mr. Stickles. The library staff went on to detail that nearly 60% of their materials are currently loaned out to the community.
I have $1,000 again. We could get the biggest truck. We'll get the biggest truck. Might as well.
Almost all of which have been overdue for years now. On top of that, the natural humidity of this island has turned most of their remaining material into moldy heaps of parchment and dust over the years. Mr. Stickles insisted that if all the mounting fines for overdue books were collected on, the library would have enough funds not only to renovate the library, but to establish themselves as a sovereign nation. He's been quoted as saying, "We would be wealthier than all of Europe combined," before he slammed the giant oak doors of the library shut behind him and bolted the door. As part of the conference, they're also offering to forgive any debts owed to the library in exchange for donated books and materials. Simply send them in the mail and help save this incredibly valuable resource on Carnham Isle. And that's all for today, Carnham. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Not up.
And thank you for tuning in to KRNM Radio, your trusted source for local news. Have a good night.
Okie dokie. Thank you. Okay, I go to sleep and then in the morning I will hit pause. Save. Quit. Save also. Oh, it just quit the game fully. Didn't go back to the title screen. That's okay. We can end in silence. Let's check if there's anyone to raid today. Anyone playing anything fun? We could, you know what? We'll just. It's 247. Raid Shrimps 247. There we go. All right. That's all set up. Thank you all so much for hanging out. If you would like to check out any of my VODs, you can check out YouTube, Princess in the Food Court. If you want to check out any updates for my life in general, Beholder Tats on Instagram. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!